Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a foam dagger. So let's get started. First thing you will need are two templates. You can make them out of cardboard or plywood, depending on what you have on hand. Make sure the top one is thinner around the blade. You will also need a template for the handle guard. Here it's just a small rectangle. Something new is the core. It's an inch wide piece of white oak by about ½ inch. To get started, you will need a EVA foam floor mat that's a ½ inch thick. I like to use scraps from previous sword builds. It helps from wasting foam. You can go ahead and take your templates and trace them out on the foam. After you trace the blade out, you can lay your handguard template on and trace that out as well. You will need 2 of them. Once done, take them to the bandsaw and cut them out. Staying on the inside of the line, this will give you the most exact replica of the template. When you're done cutting them out, go ahead and put your fence on, line it up as thick as the core, and trim off that rough edge on one side of the blade and the handleguard. Now that everything's cut out, lay the core onto the thickest middle piece and trace around that. Then take it over to the bandsaw and cut it out. Okay, let's put the dagger together. First, get your hot glue gun and put a bead in the inside of the cutout part. Then slide your core up the middle and push down nice and tight for a good bond. Then pull apart the 2 remaining sides that are loose and glue them on as well. Next, lay one of your sides down and trace it. Then put a bead of glue about an 1/8 inch away from the line on the foam first, then on the wooden core. Once you're done with that one, flip it over, apply glue, and press on the foam outside piece. When it's dry, peel back the top, apply some more glue, keeping it away from the edge about an 1/8 inch, and press down the top. Do this for the other side as well. If you have some squeeze out, take a knife and trim it off. Now we can move on to the handle guard. For the handle guard, take the hot glue gun and put a bead around the edge and down the middle. And take the other side and press it on top, pressing down firmly for a good bond. Alright, take the bottom of the dagger, put it on the middle of the handle guard, and trace it out. Then with a knife, cut in the inside of that line. Cut it a little smaller so it fits nice and snug on the handle. Then apply glue on the core and the bottom of the blade, slide up the handleguard till it touches the bottom, and push up with your hand. While that's drying, let's get to work on the bottom of the handle. For this, you can use the middle of the blade that we cut out previously. Cut it into small chunks, then trace the bottom of the handle onto the middle piece. After that, take your knife and cut that part out, staying on the inside of the line. Then take your hot glue gun, apply a small bead in the inside and on the top 2 edges, and push it into the core. Then take the top 2 pieces and glue them on both sides. Alright, let's move on to the handle. For the handle, take an inch wooden dowel and cut it in half. You might have to cut off a little more in the middle depending on how thick your core is. For glue, I like to use Gorilla Wood glue. First, take one of your sides, apply some wood glue, add a little bit of hot glue on one end, and push it in. Do the same thing for the other side. Then when both of them are on, grab a clamp and squeeze really tight. When the handle is dry, take it over to the bandsaw and trim off the corners. Then flushing things up on the belt sander. And there you have it, a really nice dagger that you can train with. This dagger is a little more complicated than the cordless knife build, but it's a really nice on-ramp if you're looking forward to building more complicated swords in the future. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click like, share, and subscribe.